the crown, make a splash. My mind shifts, and maybe yours did too, from a state of hesitation and tension to a calm and even hopeful energy.
The book, Ease the Chaos, Guide Through Growth and Change. It's all about how to make those changes and really live that life that you desire. That's why we've got the author, Renee Welk, joining us here today. Renee, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me, Joseph.
You bet, you bet. So, first of all, I'll just start out very general. So, tell us a little bit about this book and what's really, what inspired you to write this?
So, I actually wanted to start a nonprofit first. And it will take millions of dollars. So in the meantime, I thought I just kept putting all these ideas down, of course, in the notes section of my phone. And over time, I thought, why not just do the book/podcast first while we're waiting to be able to do something bigger?
Okay, and I want to back up. I didn't know about the podcast. Tell me about that.
I started that really to enhance what the book can bring, because what I bring, I think, is raw and real. And when you're talking in person, you can just bring that to life a little bit more. So telling the stories, people can see your emotions, and that's what the book is about, because when you're going through growth or change, it's not all unicorn and rainbows, as they say. There are thunderstorms. You need an umbrella. And I feel like those raw, real stories, it's not just take this other concept in a book and implement it. It's like when you want to change and start going to the gym or make your relationship with somebody better, and then they anger you the very next moment, it shifts and it takes a little more work. So
absolutely, you know, and I think it's so important that you mentioned that change. I mean, it can be scary. Making that growth, that's scary.
Yeah.
So how do you make this really apply to everyone's lives?
You know, when you're writing a book, if anyone ever wants to write a book, they say, like, get your niche. So I think there are some studies with growth and change. You'll have people who don't quite understand, even if you just paint your house a different color. So everyone on your block's gonna have a different opinion of that. So that's in one of the chapters. Sometimes you want to give up and just retreat. You're like, is this even worth it to go forward with this when I've hit these obstacles? So I think some of the things are inherent in most growth or change. And like you said, where do you even start? This wraps you in bubble wrap. So when you start and get sick the next week after starting in the gym, you don't think, oh, that's a sign. Maybe I'm not meant to be doing that habit change.
Exactly. And you said that you have like real stories in this, just to kind of drill the point home, right?
Yes. Real, vulnerable stories that are 90% my own. So that's the other part of putting that out there that made it a little bit more challenging.
I know that kind of had to be hard when you're giving so much of yourself and you're putting it there into that book right there.
There's a lot of judgment that could come, but I feel like that's the raw, real part that we sometimes do retreat from or shy away from. So a lot of the things that I put in here, I actually had to utilize in the process of writing and editing, a lot in the editing process.
I love that. So if anyone wants to get a copy of the book, where can they find it?
Yes, so Beaverdale Books here local. So I love that they are partnering and so willing to highlight authors, especially local, and then also on Amazon.
Perfect. Great place to find it. All right, Renee, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank
Really do
you so
appreciate
much.
you.